Alright guys, back again with our SCP reaction from Dr. Bob himself. You guys don't know, yesterday I reacted to one of his videos which one of you recommended to me. I look at the description, he gave inspiration from the rubber and all that. I reacted to the video and it was fire. I had fun. It was actually really good. I liked it. I like the animation style for it too. Like, it's different from everyone else too. I like it. So I'm going to do another one. Even though like that one that great compared to the other ones, I do not care. I think I like 29 views. I do not care. We're doing another one. I love this. I actually like this channel. I like it. It's really good. And we actually added to SCP-056 where we added to SCP Explain, where he give his own explanation about it. Now let's see how he himself, Dr. Bob's gonna do it for his channel. I want to see how he's gonna do it. So let's get started. We'll jump in the description. Go check him out. I'll be happy to give it one more subscriber. So let's get it. Alright, enough of that. Let's see.
The gleaming steel scissors glide effortlessly through the sheet of red material, slicing through as if nothing was there. The blood-red fabric parts to either side.
I'll split the volume up for myself, not for you guys.
And hold it up into the air.
I don't know how loud it's gonna be.
His handiwork before draping the cloth on a dress form and pinning it in place. Although there are many tables in the large room with sewing machines,
I like the animation style.
They're all empty. The man works all alone in the big room. And it is impossible not to notice that he's an incredibly handsome man too. So good looking. I
see like a little bit of the rubber and SCP tells from the Federation combined. It's good. I like it.
His slim, fit physique, his lithe, dexterous hands. He brushes a strand of dirty blonde hair away from his vibrant blue eyes and takes a pin out of his mouth before adjusting the fabric just a millimeter more before sticking it in place.
I feel like this is actually the SCP. You guys don't remember 56. I won't try to stop Plus, even though you guys came in to react to me, like me reacting to this. Is this the SCP? Remember, SCP-56 will take on any shape of it wants. Yeah, it could be a boy, it could be a girl, it could be an animal, like a cat or something like that. It could even be like a non-living thing. It turned to a couch one time. So is this the SCP, you know, making the best dress? And remember, this SCP is always gonna be better than anyone else. Is it?
And steps away from the dress form and admires his work. There, absolutely perfect. There's no doubt that this will be the closing look of the upcoming fashion show. Another masterpiece, just like him. But that doesn't mean that he's finished. There's still much to be done, and he goes back to work at his table, sewing bits of fabric together to create embellishments for the opulent couture gown. He's so focused on his new design that he doesn't notice the fashion house's operating manager in the hall outside of the workroom. The manager points through the glass window in the door and tells the two police officers with him that this is the man they're looking for.
Okay.
There's been a number of tragic and mysterious crimes involving people connected to this fashion company, and the police have finally closed in on a suspect. Well, not the police exactly, but two SCP Foundation agents posing as police officers.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even saw that. He was showing the
Foundation agents posing as police
thingy.
officers. The Foundation became suspicious after learning that there had been several missing persons, murders, and mental breakdowns, all of which involved people connected to this one company. And even more specifically, they were all connected to one man. There was plenty of evidence that something more than just regular criminal activity was happening here. Something strange was happening. Something anomalous. One of the police officers nods at his partner before gesturing.
Now I love it. I love it how he connects everything together. He's saying like a story, but like in first person and all that. It's good. I like it. Everything that he's saying is going to lead up to the SCP, what the SCP is, what does it do, and how it acts and everything. Fire.
For the manager to leave. It's always better not to have civilians present during a containment. The incredibly handsome man still hasn't noticed his guests in the hall, remaining completely absorbed in his work. And he doesn't even look up when the two agents burst into the room, both with guns drawn, not taking any chances. "Freeze! Drop your weapon!" one of the agents shouts, but the beautiful man doesn't respond and just continues snipping away at fabric with his scissors.
Okay. Oh, we getting an ad? Yo, I'm telling you, I do not be paying attention to no more of these ads. Guys already know, if I don't get paid at least a single penny on these ads, I'm not gonna show the ad with volume. You're gonna skip it. But remember, guys, if you ever get one on my ad in my video, watch the whole thing. Thank you for the support. But remember, there should be no ads. I'm doing it for free for now. So for now, there is gonna be an ad. I just hit my camera. Is everything good? Okay. I meant to hit my camera. Oh, let's go back a little bit. There you go.
And just continues snipping away at fabric with his
Yo,
scissors.
if it was my time and everything, there would be no warning, just shoot. I'm just saying. But not scissors, bro. It's only half of scissor.
I said freeze! He commands again. And this time, the handsome man at least appears to have heard them, finally stopping his work. He slowly looks up with his piercing eyes to gaze at the men who have intruded into his creative workspace. Drop your weapon now, the agent tells him. The man looks over at his hand, which still holds the large pair of scissors, and smiles. He gently places the scissors down on the table, careful not to let them touch the expensive cloth that is rolled out before him. Now put your hands up. This time, there's no response, and the man grips the edge of the table, smiling, and stares into the eyes of the agents, first one, then the other. Hands up or we'll be forced to shoot. The smile slowly leaves the handsome man's face. Will you excuse me for one moment? He says, though with no hint in his voice that it's actually a request. The agents seem unsure of what to do. Both of them appear taken aback and confused by his nonchalant attitude. The handsome man turns away from the agents and quickly steps behind a dressing screen that's been set up near his work table. As he walks behind it, he doesn't break his stride at all. He simply passes behind the screen for mere seconds and steps out on the other side. Only once he steps out, it isn't him anymore. The man that emerges from behind the screen is a completely different person. Where once he was slim, graceful, clean.
I'm telling you, this is the SCP. If you guys remember, it takes up any shape of like something, but even better. As you see, those people, you know, had like, you know, military stuff, you know, cop stuff, slash, you know, something like that, like something from like the military force and all that. And he took in a shape, someone who's more bigger, muscular, and everything, with like better equipment.
Clean-shaven and dressed in a fine suit. Now he is heavy and muscled, like a professional football player, with a thick beard and dressed as if he's a member of a SWAT team. Before the agents can even react to the bizarre metamorphosis, the large man charges them and begins attacking. He snaps the neck of one and plunges the scissors he off the table into the other's neck. More SCP containment specialists, these ones dressed in tactical gear with no attempt made to disguise themselves as everyday police, flood into the room and open fire. But the man who looks like a Navy SEAL picks up the fallen agent's guns and begins firing both at the same time. He outguns and outmaneuvers the agents, effortlessly rolling behind.
This is good.
Taking out agent after agent. Screams fill the air, both from the dying SCP agents as well as the civilians who are struck through the walls by the onslaught, including the manager, who had snuck back to the door window to watch what he thought would be the snobby, handsome man being taken into custody. The window behind the special ops soldier explodes, and 2 SCP agents rappel through, catching him by surprise and knocking him to the ground. It takes even more agents rushing in to hold the man down as he struggles and screams like a wild animal, breaking one of their jaws for good measure, before finally able to subdue him and confine him with heavy-duty straps. When all is said and done, 17 agents and 10 civilians have lost their lives. But the anomaly has
Yo, if you guys don't understand what happened and everything, man, they're going to explain everything. They show how dangerous SCP is. As you saw, it just took in a whole different form. But taking a whole different form, it got like, you know, higher skill than the other person and more strength. And like, I'm telling, it basically, let's say me right now, you know, guy, I love with weightlifting and all that. I love going to the gym and everything. If that thing comes to the gym, it's going to see me lifting like lots of pounds. Let's say I'm lifting, let's say 100-pound each arm. Out of nowhere, I see that thing coming bigger than me and all that and lifting like 300 pounds. That's how it is. That's how this SCP is. It's always at one step higher than you every time it takes a shape for, like, you know, trying to annoy you, pretty much.
Finally been contained.
I saw there.
Once it is taken to a secured location, it is given a new designation, SCP-056.
Yep.
But the site staff soon give it a new nickname, calling it simply a beautiful person. SCP-056 is one of the most deceptive and one of the most dangerous anomalies known to the SCP Foundation. It is a being whose size, gender, and appearance can all vary in an instant.
That's all I just said.
In response to its environment. The form it has most commonly taken while in containment resembles a man who appears to be in his mid-20s. His exact looks will vary slightly.
I thought it was going to be the girl.
He will always be what could be described as incredibly handsome, at least by traditional societal standards. His clothes will change as well to be a style similar to those of other people around him, though they will always be of a higher quality and more aesthetically pleasing than anyone nearby is wearing. While that appears to be SCP-056's preferred form, it's far from its only one. In addition to the young man, it has also been observed taking on the appearance of several others, including a woman with a striking resemblance to Hollywood actress Scarlett Johansson,
the girl.
it took when walking past a group of a younger female staff, a male bodybuilder who could bench press over 250 kilograms, which was 30 kilograms more than the strongest security guard stationed at the Foundation site. It took the form of a female doctor who was measured as having an IQ score 30 points higher than any on-site.
See, I'm telling you, it's always gonna be higher than you, no matter what, and it's gonna be annoying the hell out of you. Okay, always, no matter what you are and everything, like what job you do, you can be really good at your job or really good at what you're doing. That's gonna be even better than you. Oh man.
As well as non-human forms, like a large, well-groomed Labrador retriever when it was exposed to another researcher's dog. And an extremely aesthetically pleasing couch when left alone.
That's what you said.
Chamber.
That's what you said.
Changes from one form to
let me go back to my normal voice.
People lose focus on the subject, something that seems to happen when new people are exposed to SCP-056. And once they lose focus, it's able to change in appearance virtually instantaneously.
Yeah.
Attempts to film the transformation have resulted in the recording equipment exhibiting the same effect.
Yeah, blurriness and everything. I was gonna say it.
Losing focus.
Yeah.
And being unable to see exactly what happened.
Yo, that looked like the one girl from Death Note, like with Light and all that.
When SCP-056 changes from one form to another, its clothing will change along with its bodily form, though so far it hasn't been observed manifesting weapons or other tools. Great efforts have been made to determine SCP-056's original form. So far, these have all been met with failure. When placed within an empty concrete cell and placed under constant video surveillance, the cameras experienced the same loss of focus that others did, and then were met with a rather surprising figure left in the room. SCP-056 had taken the form of a video camera, similar to the one...
And it's gonna be higher quality, better looking, I'm telling you.
...being used to record it, though a slightly more advanced and expensive model. Additional attempts were made to discover its true form, this time without direct observation equipment, with researchers instead making use of passive scans that could detect changes to life forms. When they left SCP-056 alone and monitored it using these tools, what they found was nothing. There was no detectable body temperature, heartbeat, or even weight.
Really gonna get all ad? Yo, I'm telling you, I even saw those ads coming up. That's how I was into the video. And I'm sorry, I'm not like, you know, reacting like that to like the video. I'm too into it, man. It's fire.
It appeared that when not observed, SCP-056 simply ceased to be. Those who have personal contact with SCP-056 often report that the anomalous entity makes them feel substandard or jealous, as if they can't measure up to it, yet at the same time will seem to seek its approval. This extends to SCP security staff, who will express a desire to follow its commands, while researchers will try to argue with it, something that usually results in them leaving its containment cell feeling as though they were outwitted by its intelligence. And SCP-056's expert communication abilities seem not to be limited by complex subjects or language barriers. Research has shown it to be fluent in at least 200 different dialects, and it has
pretty much, you know, like every single language almost, pretty much.
Exhibited an expert level of knowledge in such varied topics as fashion, automobiles, theoretical science, sports, and a multitude of others, all of which it will usually show a greater knowledge of than the person it is conversing with. And despite leaving the conversations feeling dejected about their own abilities, those who talk to it will almost always express a desire to speak with SCP-056.
I'm telling you, it will just make you mad. He's just there to make you mad. No matter what, you cannot be better than him, no matter what you do.
56 again. Can't resist being made to feel inadequate by it. A number of tests were then performed to discover just what form SCP-056 would take when presented with various situations, and the results were rather interesting. In the first, a male Class D personnel was given a knife and told to try and attack SCP-056.
But you know what, Schwartz?
056 quickly took the form of a young fit man who was able to effortlessly disarm the attacking D-Class and killed him with the knife instead.
That's tough.
In another test, a female D-Class entered its cell not with a weapon, but with a bottle of expensive wine. They were met with SCP-056 in the form of a young, beautiful woman who accepted the wine, but upon trying it, spit it out in the D-Class's face and sent them away. Next,
what's wrong? I'm so confused. Was it poison?
2 D-Classes in at the same time, one male and one female, with no specific orders at all. SCP-056 appeared as a beautiful woman in a
Of
well-tailored business suit, who proceeded to examine both the D classes, pointing out their each and every physical flaw before sending them
That's
on their way.
tough. Yep.
Researchers then tried sending 10 Class D personnel into the cell, all of whom were male and who had expressed a romantic preference for females. SCP-056 appeared as an especially beautiful female in a low-cut red dress. 056 didn't interact with the group in any way.
Of
But
course.
after 10 minutes, the
They
D
gon-
classes
yeah.
began to look uncomfortable. Soon, an all-out brawl broke out between the D classes as they violently assaulted each other, apparently for SCP-056's approval. 056 seemed to
Dude,
watch the
this is
melee
a
with
dangerous
pleasure
one.
for several minutes before calling an end to it and sending them all out. A member of staff then volunteered to be tested with SCP-056, a Level 4 personnel who was regarded as being especially beautiful herself. She entered SCP-056's cell, where the anomaly took the form of a similarly beautiful, professional-looking woman, and the two proceeded to have a conversation, discussing various advanced personnel management techniques. The discussion seemed amiable, but after 90 minutes, the staff member appeared to become infuriated.
There you
with
go.
SCP-056
I'm telling you.
and quickly left the room.
I'm telling you.
While no cross-tests with other SCPs have yet to be performed, when asked about other anomalies, SCP-056 shows a rare instance of vulnerability, expressing hatred towards them, and even occasionally...
Yo, it really showed the Santa Claus one, the one that's actually really scary.
fear. SCP-056 has been relatively benign in its time in SCP containment, seemingly content to spend its time around Foundation staff. It's been allowed to have a cell
You
of
just
its own
annoy
choosing,
him.
as well as pick its own furnishings, which have tended towards expensive and fashionable decor.
Of course.
Security staff assigned to guard it are equipped with high-powered tranquilizers, and any staff that exhibit mental irregularities after extended exposure to SCP-056
It's to hit with
must
this.
undergo immediate
Oh, never mind.
psychological examination. It has frequently asked for access to the internet, and when asked why it desires that, SCP-056 responded that the Foundation was unable to provide it with enough sycophants, and that it wanted the whole world to know its face. Needless to say,
Denied.
its request for internet access
Yep,
was
denied. Oh,
and the
hell
anomaly,
no, you're
which
not
has
gonna be in
been
the
classified
internet.
as Euclid, continues to be securely
Okay,
cut
Euclid.
off from the general public and remains in Foundation containment. Now go and watch another entry from the
I
files of
know,
Dr.
that
Bob,
was good.
like
Yo,
SCP-056.
what is this? No, I'm sorry. Alright, Frank, calm down and end the video. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright, I'm telling you, we already saw that one that SCP explained. He explained his way. This one, they explained like in the whole story. They just story combined with information. I like that. With the own unique animation. Alright. You guys already know. Time to end the video. If you guys already know everything, hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost halfway there. We're almost to 2,500. I'm telling you, we made to 5,000. I'm doing a big giveaway, a big event that's going to be happening. Alright, go ahead and hit the like button too. Supposed to be even more. Go turn on the notification. Become one of the early again, which we can in the comment section first. Which brings me to the comment section. You can tell me again to play. It does not have to be a Roblox game. Remember that. It does not have to be a Roblox game. You can tell me a video to react to, but please link the video in the comment section to be easier for me to find. Or it could even be oh, fam, you really gonna start like that? Alright. Or you can even say how you doing. I will always try to reply back to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Frame.